Now, what I normally do is I'll delete this, in fact, and show you how I do it. Okay, so we've got a blank screen in front of us, and we've told it the size of the laser. Mine's 400 by 400 millimeters. I would take a square, create a square. I would make sure that this lock is off, and I would say it's 100 by 100. Then, oops, highlight the square and move it close to the bottom, to the home position of the laser. I would then click frame on the laser. Now, what that's doing is it's actually just going round that square in the corner, and I can look at the laser because it's not shining at full brightness. I can watch it going round, make sure I'm in the right position and everything's working right on the laser itself. So once I've done that, I would usually just delete it. And normally I do that on startup anyway, just to make sure everything's working okay with the laser, save wasting time with anything else. Then what I thought I'd show you was a tunnel mouth that I'm doing for a double track on the layout that I'm building. This tunnel mouth is the image is just a drawing I did in CAD. I actually did it in Fusion 360, but just a 2D drawing, and exported it as a PNG. So it's just a bitmap. Loaded it into the software and made sure that the distance from there to there, and you've got a measuring tool up here, so you can actually click and measure a distance, and it will tell you down here when you're doing it. And it tells you on this square that was 211 millimeters. That tells me that's the right size for the railway, because I measured what size I wanted. Now, if I wanted to just say cut that shape out with no pattern or anything on it, then I have it on the black layer, which I can't. I've moved my layers up here. They were at the bottom of the screen, but I can't see it when I'm using zoom for some reason. I can't get the screen the right size for that. So I've moved all the layers up here, so they're sitting. And layer 00 is the black layer, which the image is. And I've set that line layer to be 200 millimeters per second, per minute in speed, and 100% in power. I'll go through those settings later on with you. But that's a line that we're going to do. We're going to cut a line. You can set this to any of the layers you want to, and you can change it to wherever you want to, fill, offset fill, or line. Doesn't matter what you set it to. You can tell the layers, later on I'll show you that you can tell the layers what you want it to do and how you want it to do it. Now, while we're talking about the layers, you can't see them on here, but further down, there are layers called T, the T1, T2, etc. They are outline layers. They're like the construction lines in Fusion. They would not be printed. If you highlight an image, go to the T1, T2, and make that image on that layer, it wouldn't be printed. It would be just an outline to show you what you could do with it. So to cut that out, it would just be it's on the cutting frame. Anything that's off the frame won't be used at all. It just sits there. But anything that's within this grid of 400 by 400 will be worked on. Now, normally what I would do is, how can I show this? I have a few extra things that I've set up to make life a lot easier for myself. In the window button up at the top here, you have a couple of buttons, Art Library and Library. Now, if I click Library, down at the bottom right here now, as well as the laser settings, I have a library setting as well. You can move these around, by the way, anywhere you like, place them. So the library setting has got in all different leathers, papers, ceramic, cardboard, acrylic. Anything that I would be printing on is on here. I don't have plywood listed because I use the basswood for my plywood and basswood. It works out the same with my laser. Now, it may not with yours. You may have to alter the settings. But we'll say that we're just going to cut this image on a 3mm thick plywood. So we just click cut. If you double click it, it'll bring up all the settings that you need to cut that on a 3mm plywood. I've got mine, after this is a lot of experimentation, I've got mine set to 400 millimeters per minute and 100 millimeters power, line mode because I'm cutting that line, and the number of passes is 1. So if I was just to accept these, so to just cut this, all I need to do is press the frame, the machine goes away and traces out the image on the laser. I'll make sure that my board is in the right position. Then I just press start. I'm not going to because it'll just take long to do it. And that would be it for as far as just cutting that out.